Now, back to Miller on Sports, the show that puts pro in sports. Everything else is just talk. Brought to you by the law offices of Ron Scholes.
In studio, we are joined by Megan Blake, a pet lifestyle specialist, as well. Smiley's just kind of hanging out right next door. Megan, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon.
We are so excited to be here, and Smiley's really excited to be back in my hometown, Jacksonville. Thanks for inviting us.
Oh, of course. You're always welcome. A mic is always cracked for you, Megan. And let's first start off with, we've got the Riverside Arts Market every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. from March until December, right there underneath the Fuller Warren Bridge. And we've got a big event is Strut Your Mutt. Starts, get there at 9 a.m. Saturday and bring your dog.
Right. This is a huge event. Actually, this is a national event sponsored by Best Friends Animal Society, which is the largest animal sanctuary in the United States. They have a Strut Your Mutt going across the United States and all the different cities, New York, Los Angeles, and Jacksonville is participating, which is awesome. Or possum, as Smiley says. Possum! And their goal is to raise $500,000 for shelters and animal rescues. And Jacksonville is number 2. Almost leading the way in raising that money on the Jacksonville Strut Your Mutt, which is this Saturday, tomorrow. Be there at 9 a.m. to strut. And here's the fun part. Super Smiley is going to be doing the Super Smiley Flash Mob for pet adoption at 10. And we want to invite everyone to come out and flash mob with us for pet adoption.
And you can learn that dance at supersmileyflashmob.com. And then you're also going to be doing one at 1 p.m. at Confederate Park. Dog days in the park as well.
That's right. So it's kind of like a flash mob across Jacksonville. I love that. And if they don't have, if everyone doesn't have time to learn the dance, no problem. It's really, really simple. We'll be teaching it right there. So we're going to be doing it around 10 o'clock at the Riverside Arts Market. And, like you said, in Confederate Park in Springfield around 1 o'clock, both places. And the cool thing about the Springfield adoption event is that you can bring cans of dog food, unopened bags of dog food, drop it off at the First Coast No More Homeless Pets booth there, and you can help feed homeless dogs. I mean, how much better is that? Feeding the dogs, strutting for the dogs, dancing to raise the energy for dogs. It's like really a cool day.
And it's part of the National Best Friend Strut Your Mutt Day. The goal was to raise $500,000 for rescues across the nation. That's just awesome. And if you're at the one at the Riverside Arts Market, which begins at 9, the walk begins at 9:30, but you need to get there ahead of time, of course. And it's just a 1 mile walk. So if you feel like you or your dog can't quite make it too far, it's 1 mile. It's not that much, but there's dog contests, raffles, dog massages, which do they do human massages as well? Or is it just for the dogs? Are the dogs getting treatment?
Tomorrow's the dog day. Oh. It's for the dogs tomorrow.
So we've got to wait until maybe Sunday or Monday when that's our day. Okay.
There you go. I don't know. Every day is dog day, according to Smiley. He's having a pretty cool time here in your studio.
And I love any time he comes in studio because we're on air. I feel like we're quote unquote working, and he's just kind of hanging out, walking around. He comes over. I pet him a little bit while on air. It's wonderful.
But you know what? Smiley says he's working because he's telling me what to say. Whenever I say something, Smiley's like, "Good job, Megan. You did that just right. I told you what to say." And you know what? He's right. He does tell me everything.
Well, Megan, I just love having you in studio because you're so vibrant. You're so alive. And I did see on TV a few months back with your good friend on TV,
Ryan O'Neal.
Yes.
Awesome.
We're on.
Thank you so much. We're on the Oprah Winfrey Network, the OWN network, and Ryan had his reality series, The O'Neals. And the really cool thing about that is after Farrah Fawcett died, Ryan wanted to adopt a pet, to get a dog, and so I encouraged him to adopt one, and he did. And Best Friends, mentioning Best Friends again, they gave me 2 dogs to take over to his house for Ryan to see if he liked one. We were going to go to shelters, but Ryan, it was love at first sight. Ryan fell in love with one of the dogs named Mozart, so he adopted the dog. I went over there as his pet lifestyle coach, and it was really, really amazing experience. The dog's doing great, and Ryan is in love.
That's wonderful, Megan, and it's always great to have you in studio. And I asked you during the break because I was really fascinated. I mean, you're impossible not to like. I think that's the best way I can put it. You're so likable. That's the thing. And I wanted to know, did they come to you because I know it's a national day for the Strut Your Mutt and everything, and trying to reach the goal of $500,000. Did you decide to do it, or did they say, "Hey, Megan Blake, we need you"?
Oh, it was kind of a mutual thing. They actually did call me, which I'm very grateful to the Jacksonville Strut Your Mutt for reaching out like that. But Smiley and I were here, I believe in June, and we did our first flash mob dance here in Jacksonville. So I met a lot of the wonderful wonderful animal communities here. First Coast No More Homeless Pets is here. Friends of Jacksonville Animals. So they know that Smiley and I are out and about raising energy and awareness for pet adoption. And they know that anytime they have something exciting, we are here. And I appreciate it very, very much.
And you talked about Ryan O'Neill and everything. Mozart was a dog he selected. How often do you do that as a pet lifestyle specialist?
Well, the thing is I'm kind of out there all the time. Like my energy is always speaking for pets, always getting them out there. So people call me regularly. Just celebrities call, as well as, everybody else calls to find out where they can get a pet and find the perfect match. And that's the main secret, is when you bring a pet into your home, make sure that you get a match for you. Is it a high energy dog, a couch dog, a kitty cat, whatever it is, make sure the match is right. That way it will be a forever home.
She's Megan Blake, a pet lifestyle specialist, and Smiley joining us in studio. You need to check it out. It's down at the Riverside Arts Market. You've got Strut Your Mutt tomorrow morning. Get there at 9. The walk starts at 9:30. Just have fun. Dog contests, raffles, pet photos, dog adoptions, all the way leading up until 2 p.m. And then you'll be at Confederate Park at 1 p.m. Dog days in the park. Now, do you have to warm up for this flash mob? Because I'm not very limber. I get tight easily, and can I dance and still look good?
You can dance and look fabulous. Here's the warm-up. You put on a big smile and you get real excited about pet adoption. That's the warm-up. We have children doing it, older people doing it. I've had people in wheelchairs in our lineup, moving their arms, clapping, shouting it out for pet adoption, because that's what it's all about. And the choreography is so simple. It's designed to be really easy. I teach the dance. It takes 5 minutes to teach the whole dance. If you want to get a heads up, go to supersmileyflashmob.com. You can check out all of our cool videos and the choreography, but it's really, really simple.
That's awesome. Strut Your Mutt. It's National Best Friend Strut Your Mutt Day, and it's wonderful. It's with these charities, Best Friends Animal Society and Friends of Jacksonville Animals, the second annual Strut Your Mutt. Do you feel like this is growing each and every day?
It is absolutely growing. It's growing every year, and as you said, every single day it's growing. And that's the important thing. People are becoming aware that pet adoption is where it's at. Smiley's phrase is, the coolest thing you can do is get a throwaway dog. Mutts rock, it's true. And that's how we feel.
And I love this because it deals with charities, and I'm also associated with the Riverside Arts Market. But Megan, has there been one story where somebody's come up to you and said, hey, I want to donate this amount of money, or I want to adopt a dog for my grandmother? Has there been a story that has just moved you so much that you thought, wow, that's awesome?
Well, here's the thing. I know we were just talking about Ryan, and he has a TV show and a celebrity, and it's all surrounded by this glitz and glamour. But the truth, the heart story within, deep buried in this, is that Ryan lost Farrah to cancer, and it was a very, very, very rough battle. And she was his soulmate, and he felt lost and alone, as we all do when we lose one of the most important person in our lives. And he really, really, really needed another someone to fill that void. And animals, they reach us on such a deep, deep, deep level. There have been studies that show that when animals do pass, often people mourn the passing of an animal more than the passing of a person. I know that sounds very, very strange, and most people don't admit that because sounds kind of weird, but psychological studies have proven this. So that touched me so deeply because it really did fill a void with him, and he has a spring in his step, and the show does have a lot of tension and conflict in it. If you watched it, there's some darkness in there, but every scene that Mozart's in, they're all laughing, they're all springing as they walk. Adopted animals really do bring that, I call them happy chemicals, back into our lives.
A noticeable difference, some would say. That's wonderful. Megan Blake, pet lifestyle specialist, joining Miller on Sports. Super Smiley bringing his flash mob for pet adoption tour to the Strut Your Mutt tomorrow. Get there at 9 a.m. underneath the Forewarn Bridge off Riverside Avenue. It's a Riverside Arts Market. The walk begins at 9:30, but you need to be early. It's kind of like Tom Coughlin. Be early, but a little extra early for this tomorrow morning. And then you'll be at Confederate Park at 1 p.m. Dog days in the park. Megan, it's wonderful. What are plans for the future for you and Smiley? Any plans going forward?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of fun plans. We're going to be in New York City October 28th at the Pups on the Run Runway. It's a Halloween parade for dogs. So we're going to be doing the flash mob there. We're going to be in the Pet Expo USA in Pomona and several other dates in California coming up. So look for us, supersmileyflashmob.com.
Excellent. I always link everything I find Miller on Sports on Facebook. Megan, thank you so much. And thanks to Smiley as well.
Thank you, Richard.
All right, Megan Blake. There she goes. Pet lifestyle specialist joining us in studio. Check it out. Please do. It's down at the Riverside Arts Market. Super Smiley bringing his Flash Mob for Pet Adoption Tour to the Strut Your Mutt. Should be a lot of fun. Then they'll be at Confederate Park at 1 p.m. for the dog days in the park.